What's up, everybody, and welcome to Jack's Treasures on YouTube.
That was awesome. You did great. Today, this is our ongoing series of questions and answers that people have asked us, or we have asked other people, or shit we just made up. And today is Friday, and so today we are going to cover the pros and cons of recording at yard sales and or estate sales or anywhere that you go to do recording. I will tell you
what inspired this is that recently we've had 2 or 3 comments in our things that people would love to see us when we're out yard selling.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we have done this. We have recorded. We have the whole GoPro setup and everything, but we don't do a lot of recording when we're yard selling.
We're going to do some probably this summer. And everything there, it's very difficult, and we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of recording for a YouTube channel or TikTok or whatever social media outlet that you are on. Okay, a lot of people have their GoPros, they record, and then they put up things. I mean, a lot of big sellers, that's how they got started. That's how they got big. Harry Tornado, Kevin the Commonwealth Picker. Who else?
Welcome to ADHD Friday and Brian's Name Drop Friday.
Oh, she's so nice.
Philly Flipper, of course.
Yeah, it's Paul the Philly Flipper. All right. Some of the pros and the cons of recording at yard sales and estate sales.
Yes.
Number 1, it's distracting.
It is.
You know?
When we have done it in the past, he's usually been the one that wore the camera because I get nervous when I feel like people are looking at me and staring at me. So he's been the one wearing the camera, and that generally means that he doesn't get as much chance to find the finds, dig deep. And we have different things that we're looking at in yard sales.
Yeah, so I tend to try to record while I'm recording. I try to look at things that are on the tables that I normally would never look at.
Right.
And that way, then I don't get to the other items that I really want to look at because I'm distracted by trying to do a good recording for YouTube.
And
so far, I've epically failed at that too.
I'm very bad about when I go to yard sales. I just look at like the toys and the plush and the games and things like that. And then I don't want to look at the other stuff.
And then she's done.
And then I'm done.
And so then she runs off and I'm still trying to do stuff. So it's a bit distracting when you're recording as opposed to just yard selling.
Right.
When we're just yard sale and we're not recording, boom, we go in, we do the thing, do our looky look that we need to do. We do a little bit of digging if there's anything that we see that we might want to dig, and then we're off to the next one. When I'm recording, I record on the way up. I record, the sale itself, and then I record on the way out,
right?
And then I got to remember to turn the thing off. But it's a little bit of a distraction.
Another con, we'll say, of doing a recording at yard sales is that some people don't want to be recorded. And as infrequently as we have recorded at yard sales, we've encountered it more than once where people are like, "Hey, what are you doing? We don't want it. We don't."
People tell us to turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off. And sometimes they're rude.
Yeah. And it also depends on your state, okay? Some states are what's called a one-party consent state. That means only one party needs to consent, okay? Not both. I don't understand a lot of that and everything like that. But if you are recording and somebody doesn't want to be recorded, the polite thing to do is to stop recording and to not include that into your video or edit that part of the video out.
But even at that point, usually that whole situation is a little uncomfortable and you might not want to buy anything from them at that point, and it can kind of ruin that potential for buying. We live in the Atlanta metro area, which means we're yard selling sometimes in like city. We're yard selling sometimes in suburb, and we're yard selling sometimes in some like rural backwoods areas. We hit it all, and some of those places you just don't want to piss people off.
Yeah, and it, like I said, what she said, when they see that GoPro too, they also are sitting there thinking, going, "Oh, they're going to be making money off of my stuff," and so if they don't have the stuff priced, they're going to go ahead and say, "Well, it's more money or whatever it may be," but. It's like we've had I think 3 people that have literally, one person for sure that just told us straight up to turn it off before we came up, which we did, and then we didn't use the footage anyway because the yard sale sucked. But
But there are benefits to recording as well. Number one, or the biggest benefit to me, is getting that awesome like exchange. When something cool happens.
Yeah.
Like we had one last summer where these two old
It was
ladies were
the precious thing
arguing,
ever.
and it was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Another time,
When was the last time that you've heard somebody call somebody else a dingbat?
dimwit. I think it was.
Dimwit. You're a dimwit. Okay. These two
Funny.
women were going at each other and stuff like that. We come walking up to the yard sale, and one of them literally threatened the other one, and I'm just sitting there going like, okay, this is just lovely.
And then another time, we captured a moment that we got to save a turtle out of the road. That was cool. So those are things that only happen because we had the camera strapped.
And one time we were accused of ruining the anvil market.
We were.
Single-handedly. Single-handedly, we ruined the anvil market. I didn't know it was such a thing.
Because we taught all 726 of you guys that anvils sell. And you should buy them at yard sales and then sell them on eBay.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
We killed the market, whatever. And stuff like that. But you get that awesome exchange.
Yeah.
That's always cool. Even the exchange that Tracy and I will have sometimes is really cool when we're looking at these different items and
or when you capture yourself
looking
finding
at a cat.
that massive find. Like we had the Nora Fleming pickup was on recording, and that's probably our best yard sale find ever.
Yeah.
And to have had that recorded, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, especially when we were walking back to the car and Tracy said, "Oh, this is amazing. I think one of these things is worth like $300." Well, one of those things was worth $1,500 and sold in a day. Okay, so that's just great having those things. One of the cons, man, you got to keep your batteries charged.
Those freaking GoPros fly through the batteries and they fly through the memory cards like so fast.
Yeah. They really, really do. So you have to have multiple batteries, a battery station in your car, have them all charged up because, you might go to 20 yard sales and get zero footage.
Multiple memory cards.
Yep, multiple memory cards.
And then that turns into when it's time to take the footage and put it all together.
Yep.
That's a lot of work.
Yep. When you're doing estate sales, I would always try to get permission before we walked into that building. Because one, you're walking into somebody else's private home.
Right.
Okay. And then you have an estate sale that's in there. So we try to get permission before you record at any estate sales.
Right.
A lot of estate sale companies do not want you to record it, period. In Iowa, Oklahoma, when we were in Oklahoma.
We weren't in Oklahoma.
Not Oklahoma?
We didn't go to Oklahoma.
Where did we go?
We went to
Iowa.
Nebraska?
Omaha. My bad. See? Anyway, it's a freaking O. Whatever. Okay. Oh, the cat's in here now. All right. And in Oklahoma, they found an estate sale that was a hoarder house. And they didn't want anybody to record it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you always want to make sure that you get permission when you go to estate sales to record. I know that we've recorded at one estate sale. I don't even know if we used the footage. So that's
another it could be a pro or a con is catching those embarrassing moments. What if you catch yourself farting? I don't know.
Really? Well, you edit that one out.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about stuff like when you fell. When you fall or
fall down.
you're going downhill and then you just lose all your balance.
Or even you put all this footage up, you think, oh, I had a great yard sale day, and then someone in your comments points out, hey, you left a $500 item just sitting there.
Yes.
Whoops.
Or you break something.
Right.
We have done that. We are known for breaking glass, which is why we don't buy glass.
We do buy glass, but we break it.
We break it. We break it. So embarrassing moments, you burp or something at a yard sale or somebody else does, like the seller does, or the dog comes out there and
sniffs your crotch.
Yeah, the dog comes out there and drops a deuce in the middle of the yard sale. It's happened, guys. All of this stuff has happened to us. Okay,
these weren't just made up.
Yeah, we're not making these things up. They're just. It has happened. Okay, it has happened. I don't know about the farting part. Well, yeah, it has. I don't know if we can record it though. All right, so yeah, you get those embarrassing moments.
Right.
Could be fun, could be funny, whatever.
Another benefit, though, is you have a record of what you spent. You know, sometimes at the end of the day, you can't remember. It's like, man, I spent $200 today. Where did it all go? Well, if you're recording, then you can go back. Oh, I spent $20 there. I forgot about that. Oh, we bought 50. We bought a big buy there. You know, all this stuff. So
Yeah, that's a great benefit as long as you keep the footage too. Because what also happens is not loading it up on YouTube or on any other site that you use it on there, and then you just record over it.
Yep.
Okay, because you only have so much space on those cards, the little memory cards, and then you go. I mean, how many? Well, this goes into one of the ones that's down there below, but you just forget. You forget,
Yeah.
I know we recorded at that one estate sale, and I doubt we loaded it up.
Which estate sale?
The one that was up in, not Blue Ridge, when we were going to Chattanooga, in that one neighborhood that we got the bicycles. Remember, they had an estate sale in there one time, and we recorded it. See, now, she doesn't remember this because we didn't upload it.
No.
But we recorded it, okay? I will tell you another little secret, too, is you hit the little start button on the recorder, and it doesn't record because you just hit a picture or you turned it off. Or Tracy has it on her phone and that doesn't work, or I have it on the thing, or Tracy turns it on and then I turn it off, so there's just things that, happen with it.
Another downfall is having to edit, because you are going to get just tons of footage, and most of it nobody wants to see. Nobody wants to see you walk up to a yard sale, realize all it is baby clothes and some old lady movies.
Unless your name is Apex Jeff. He loves baby clothes.
And then you just making polite conversation with people, turning around and leaving. That's boring. I'm not going to upload that.
Or you go to the huge yard sale, and they have 10 items.
Right.
And they're all electronic lights.
Yes.
Boring. Yeah.
So editing takes a long time.
Does.
A video like this, we don't edit them. I just pop up a thumbnail. I throw some stuff down in the description, and it's good to go. Whereas making a yard sale video, I may put 2-3 hours of editing into that.
You'll want to do stuff like, this is the comp that we did, and then
Right.
she'll pop up the comp price, or, oh, look, we've already sold this item, and then the sell price.
And to be honest, I don't have the time to devote to doing that multiple times a week. I have all of the respect in the world for the people that do that.
Yeah.
Like the people that we name dropped earlier.
That she won't name drop now.
Kevin the Commonwealth Picker.
There you
Harry
go!
Tornado, Philly Flipper, ADH Dave, all of these great yard salers that do those regular yard sale videos. I have all the respect in the world for them, because I know it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
and it's work that you're taking away from you being able to sell other places, to source other places. It is,
especially when you are not monetized on
Yes.
YouTube. So when you're not monetized on YouTube and you're doing all of these things, then you're really, really, behind on the 8 ball.
Yeah.
And again, we've already mentioned this a little bit. We touched on it a little bit. Man, so much of the footage you're going to get is boring.
Yeah.
Okay? It is absolutely boring. You go there and you find an anvil. Wow.
I don't know, anvils, man.
Those things are fire.
That's money. That's money.
That's money. But yeah, you get so much footage that's boring. And when you guys do editing and you do the videos and stuff like that, they're going to show you the best of the best, the cream of the crop, if you will. They go to hundreds of videos. Hundreds of yard sales or estate sales, whatever it may be, and they record. But you're only going to see the best of the best. They don't going to show you the other
And that's what you want.
stuff.
You do not want an 8-hour recording of us yard selling on Friday morning. I promise you, it is boring.
Yeah. Because most of the time, Tracy and I are talking about, why did you buy that? Actually, that's Tracy asking me, why did you buy that? I'm looking at books.
Do I have to mention the turkey cookie jar, Brian? Turkey cookie jar that had a chip on it. That was from Ross.
I didn't notice it had a chip
It was
on
from Ross.
It was not. It was hand painted.
No.
It was hand painted.
Okay.
It was. Most certainly was.
It has no
I still have it.
It's in Tennessee.
It is in Tennessee. Thank you, Dottie and Tracy.
And the final downfall to doing
This
yard
isn't
sale
a downfall either.
is that you have to watch your language. especially depending on how your channel is set up. We obviously cuss on our channel, but some people are really going for that family friendly approach, and they don't want the profanity on there. So you gotta watch what you're saying, watch what other people are saying. I'm pretty bad about singing, and whatever song we were singing in the car may or may not have had the F-bomb in it. So,
and if she gets aggravated, she definitely drops the F-bomb in it, because she walks right behind me and says it.
So, you're going to want to watch your tone, try to keep things family friendly if your channel goes in that direction.
Yeah, you also, you want to be very cautious of those type.
I just thought of another.
You have an epiphany?
I thought of
She has an
one.
epiphany. Tracy, guys, you just witnessed a Tracy epiphany.
There are certain things that you're not supposed to show on YouTube, mainly like pew-pews and things like that. So once again, I mentioned we're in the Atlanta area, sometimes we'll be out in those rural places and they have those just laid out on the table. We're not going to want to show those on YouTube because that could get the video pulled. If we were monetized, it could potentially risk our monetization.
They're playing music.
Yep.
At a yard sale, same thing. You have to be really, really careful.
Just be mindful of what's going on around you for that, because you don't want to put something in the video that you're not supposed to.
Right. But there's a lot of advantages to it. It's fun. People want to see it for us to do that. I think mainly for the embarrassing moments. That might be what it is.
I think honestly what it is it's fun to see different people picking. Yeah. Like we've seen Kevin the Commonwealth picker go out and pick and everything. We know what he's going for. People want to see some different people. They want to see, what is this person picking? They give them ideas. It gives them bolos that they may not be looking for. And like you said, it's just a lot of fun. We are going to try to get a couple of videos up this summer. It's never going to be a big part of our channel, but
no,
I don't see any reason why we won't get a couple of them up.
Yep, unless we just forget the GoPro, or we don't charge it, or none of the batteries are charged.
Or he can't find the chest strap.
Yeah, because I have the chest strap and I have the magnet.
I like the magnet, but he doesn't like the magnet as well.
Well, I don't mind it. It's that sometimes I forget that I have it, which is a good thing.
The chest strap is hot. I know that.
Yeah, it does. I get sweaty underneath.
I know we wore it last year. He wore it last year at the Dixie Highway sale, which is the peak of summer, and he was sweating. Oh my goodness. Another embarrassing moment. He's got like sweat coming off his body.
Oh, goodness me. Come on. Stop. All right, we'll be editing that part out of the video. And
not unless you do it.
Oh my God, you're horrible. Again, these are just our opinions. Guys, if you have any pros and cons of recording at yard sales or estate sales, or you have any really funny stories, please drop them down in the chat down there below. We really do appreciate that.
Oh, another benefit is people see you with the camera and they think you're famous, and then you can give them a sticker. I forgot about that.
Another epiphany of Tracy. Witness 2. Give us a thumbs up, give us a thumbs down, whatever. Okay. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And as always, please help us out with Stop Soldier Suicide. Memorial Day is this Monday. Memorial Day is the day that we honor those.
Actually, 2 weeks from Monday.
2 weeks from Monday? I thought it was this Monday.
No, not this weekend, yes.
All right, 2 weeks from Monday is Memorial.
Or a week from Monday. It's not this coming Monday, but it's the next month.
Memorial Day is coming. Okay.
Winter is coming.
No, Memorial Day is coming, and Memorial Day is the day that we honor those soldiers who gave us the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. Okay, yes. Tracy and I were blessed at the yard sale that we did last weekend up in Tennessee with Dottie and Tracy. That's Lover Dogs and Vintage Thrifter and whatnot. They invited us to the Antique Alley Highway 11 highway sale to help to do that with them in their warehouse. We got a bay in the warehouse. They had a bay in the warehouse, and one of the people that came to the event, to the yard sale, came to our yard sale, noticed my hat, and she asked me if that was in, and I said yes, I was, and I could tell right away that she had somebody.
She had a story.
She had a story, and her story was that she had a son who passed away because of the military. He was 21 years old, and I gave her a salute, and then I gave her a hug, and it was just an amazing thing. And to me, Memorial Day is that day where you literally are honoring those men and women who gave us the ultimate sacrifice. Okay, now yes, I sacrificed 4 years when I served, but my sacrifice was nothing compared to somebody who sacrificed a child, a husband, a wife, a father, a mother, whatever it may have been, a brother, sister, whatever it may have been. So we're going to try to remember them on Memorial Day, whatever day that it comes up. I know it's a Monday, and I know it's coming up, and you know, we don't know exactly when.
But definitely take that day, enjoy time with your family, eat a hamburger, whatever, but do take that moment and remember why we're having that holiday.
We're probably going to do I'm going to try to do a Whatnot show, which I'm still contemplating exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it, but it will involve Stop Soldier Suicide, because as you guys know, that is our biggest cause. Stop Soldier Suicide. 22 soldiers a day, guys, a day. Former soldiers, veterans are committing suicide, and that's just an atrocious number for me. So there's a link down there below. Please do as much as you can. Anything that you can do to help. Anything that you could do to help. Reach out. For us, I have told people on Whatnot, this is my phone number. Reach out. Reach out to me, okay? Because I will bend over backwards to try to do the best that I can.
Drop us a PM. Hit me up on Instagram if you just need someone to talk to.
That's right. You are not alone. You're never alone. Okay. Jack's Treasures is always here, and I will answer that call. I know because I answer the call all the time, because I get 15 million spam calls.
He does answer the call every time. It's funny.
I do. But like, share, and subscribe. And as always,
pet a cat.
Peace out from Jack's Treasures.
Bye.